Welcome to the call, folks. Like I said, we do this every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. This is our morning mentorship call. As you know, we are covering the book by a unique single called Escape, the 4 stages of becoming a successful entrepreneur. So obviously the E stands for employee, and our goal is to elevate you to become an entrepreneur. And there are certain characteristics that you have to be a successful business partner, to be a successful business owner, CEO of your organization. And I know that accountability is huge. So for those of you following along in the book, you know that we're on chapter 21, accountability to self versus boss. And I was laughing because some of the stories he was telling me, I was like, man, I've seen that before. Okay, so we're going to share what it looks like to be accountable to yourself and why it's such a big deal in your business. Now, obviously, we see it is Labor Day today. Okay, it is a holiday. And I know, I get it. You know, one thing, your bosses, when you have your job, right, on holidays, what happens? Some of you go to work because you want to get paid double. Okay, you want to get paid more money. Some of you go to work because you have to. Your boss is like, I don't care, you got to be here and you don't want to lose your job. Right now, employers and bosses have a lot of leverage right now because there are many jobs out there. So people know they have to do those things. Why? So they can accumulate some money to go pay their bills. So you have accountability, or what we call forced accountability, okay, is what most people have with their employer. And then if you really think about our entire life, the system, okay, that we go through is set up to kind of force accountability on us. So we just do the things so that we can live. You realize that some things, because we're forced to do them, we do them. So we're gonna get this call started off. What's going on, everybody? I think I welcome just about everybody. What's up, Miss Ashley Desi? Welcome to the call. Miss LaShonda, welcome to the call. Miss Sylvia Ball, great morning, welcome to the call. And so let's go ahead and kick this call off the right way, folks. So accountability, what does it mean to you, okay? Do you feel that you're accountable to yourself? Okay, I'm gonna talk about it in America. I'm gonna talk about it just really around the world. What are we accountable to ourselves for? And what does accountability mean? Okay, it means that we do what we said we were gonna do, okay? If we say we're gonna work out or we're gonna do some type of goal, we're gonna do them and we're gonna be accountable to them. If we say we're gonna wake up at a certain time, we're gonna wake up at that time, right? When you set your alarm clock, for example, you set that alarm clock, let's say for 8 a.m., 7 a.m., you're gonna get up. What happens to most people in the world? What kind of button is on that alarm clock? Okay, and so I've been explaining to you how accountable to yourself. How many times do you hit the snooze button every morning? Okay, because everybody got to go to work. So you set your alarm clock, let's say 7 a.m., and then that thing goes off because you need to get up at a certain time so that you can be on time to work. And what happens when it goes off? You feel you don't have enough sleep, so you hit the snooze button one time. Okay, how many times after the first time do you hit the snooze button? Don't lie to me. Okay, you don't have to put it in the chat, folks. I'm just playing. But how many times do you hit that snooze button? If you're hitting it 2, 3, 4 times, listen. First of all, every time you hit it, you're lying to yourself. Okay, that's one. But the next thing is you are not accountable to self. And this, and as Nick Single talked about this example, he said what it is you're setting yourself up, okay, really to get comfortable with that habit. Okay, so now hitting the snooze button is a habit. Okay, lying to yourself is a habit. Not being accountable to yourself is a habit. He said, so one day, on his way he was heading to work, and he seen this guy next to him, and on his way to work, they're in traffic, and this guy literally, he said, his knees are on the steering wheel, okay, looking at the rearview mirror, got his shaver in his hand, shaving, okay, and doing everything he's supposed to do while he's in traffic. And he's like, what type of accountability, like what type of boss got him, like he has to get to work on time? So he is choosing to drive with his knees, shave at the same time, look in the rearview mirror. How many people have you seen rolling somewhere and they putting on their makeup? All right, you seen that? What would make someone, have to do all this stuff trying to get to a place? Accountability to someone, okay? Accountability to boss. Question. Some of you have long rides to work. What makes you ride maybe an hour? Some people are taking 2-hour drives to work in traffic, but you do it. You wake up early, you get dressed, okay? If you got kids, you get the kids ready, you got them ready to go, you hop in your car, and you're in traffic for 2 hours. And guess what? You get there, don't you? I want you to think about that. Some people today are so accountable to their bosses that they're taking an hour drive, a 2-hour drive to work. They're putting on makeup doing work. They're shaving. They're doing whatever is necessary to get to work, because why? If you don't get to work on time, what happens? At some point, the boss writes you up. And if you keep on having a little bit more of those, you get fired. Okay? And so you have forced accountability. But my question is this: now you get involved with your own business. What is your accountability? Is it the same energy or is it more? See, most people think that when they get into a business like this, okay, let's talk about network marketing because the barrier of entry is very inexpensive. It don't take a lot to start a business in network marketing. So you come here, and do you have a high accountability to yourself, like you have to your boss? And I would challenge to say most of the time, no. Okay, this is why a majority of people fail in the network marketing industry, because there's a small barrier of entry, first of all. Okay, and so you're getting in, you want to try it out. But when you get in, you're not really serious about your business, okay? Because you don't understand that a business actually requires you to work more hours than your regular job. So when people come in, you're like, okay, or maybe you might reach a rank where you're making money, you're making residual income, and now you start sleeping in because you're like, I got a little extra income. No one has to wake you up. I don't set my alarm clock, nothing. I don't need to get up. And so you wake up at maybe 10 o'clock, and then 10 o'clock turns to 11 o'clock, 11 o'clock turns to 12 o'clock, whatever you decide to do. And so what Anik Single talks about here is that we're going to talk about really how some bosses are and why, because I want to teach everybody on this call how to be your own boss, how to be a good boss to yourself. And when you think about your work, I want you to envision your boss. Now, you may look at your boss as being me, okay? And I'm going to tell you, I've had the privilege of being, I won't say boss, but yeah, the privilege of being the boss, okay? You know, I was a commander, so I was in charge of airmen. I was in charge of NCOs as an officer, okay? I was in charge of people that were older than me, okay? I was in charge of people that were younger than me, people that were my age. And I'll tell you, across the board, there's a certain level of professionalism, of I guess you can say consequences that you have to drive into people so that you ensure that they don't mess up. And it's almost a hard thing. I've been a landlord. Okay, I'm gonna talk about the real estate game. You know, when I first got into the real estate game, being the landlord to someone, listen, I thought it was gonna be cool just to be. I was gonna be that chill landlord. I want to make sure I give people second chances. It's gonna be all right. And I realized people are not even accountable to themselves. So how you expect them to be accountable to you? You got to apply the pressure. And so I'll tell you, like, you know, from being a landlord, you know, talking about when rent is due. Imagine if you allow someone, I'm gonna talk about this because I allow these things and they backfired. So I'm gonna talk about why bosses are hard on employees and why you should be hard on yourself. Okay. So as a landlord, for example, you know, when I first started owning properties, you know, people would give me every excuse and I would buy their excuses. Okay. I was a nice landlord starting off. Landlords get hard as you learn lessons, because you learn money lessons. Okay. I've had any time where I allow someone to, oh man, my pay, and they talk about how my pay messed up, and then I let them slide to 2 weeks. And guess what? 2 weeks become a month. And then before you know it, they're a month behind. And then when they're a month behind, now they don't have the money to even pay you. And before you know it, you get someone who move out on you overnight. Okay. Had those problems. Okay. I learned how to be a hard landlord from issues like that, and that happened multiple times. And another one, boss. Okay. If you're boss today, I want you to think about it. Let's say that your boss, and this is what Nick Singles talks about, this example. Let's say your boss allows you come into work 10 minutes late one day, okay? And your boss don't say nothing. They don't give you nothing. You're like, oh, okay. So you realize I can be late to work because this is how human nature is and be all right. And then what happens? He said that this type of accountability is a slippery slope, okay? So now 10 minutes becomes what, 15 minutes. 15 minutes at some point will become 20 minutes until someone has to get in trouble, right? You know, most people will take advantage of the situation, right? Not being accountable to yourself. And he said one phrase, I say it all the time, it's true, okay? How you do one thing is how you do all things. Okay, listen, we have a problem in America. We have a problem in the world too, but we have a big problem in America. I can talk about how this applies to our health, okay? How this applies to our weight as adults, how this applies to our money in our bank account, okay? It's everything in your world today is a mirror reflection of your discipline and accountability. Everything, okay? No one did it. There was no outside source that did it to you. You did it based on your accountability, okay? And so he says that literally it starts at the alarm clock. I believe all of us have an alarm clock. And I know, you know, you've heard my wife joke around about my alarm clock, but I think it's a habit now. I don't hit the snooze button on my alarm clock. So when I do have these calls, for example, the way that I hop out of bed, I know it's probably not normal, but I do it. But I don't hit the snooze button, and literally when my alarm clock goes up, I'm in a habit of literally jumping out of the bed. It's not I'm jumping out scared. It's like the way that I get up, I roll out of bed, poof, ready to go. Let's run. Like I've been up the whole time. But that's how a habit goes. And so how you do one thing is how you do all things. So I want to challenge everybody today. First of all, if you're hitting the snooze button on your alarm clock and Nick Single says, I've set a goal that I only hit it one time. I want to challenge you, hey, when you set the time, you set the time. Don't lie to yourself. Okay, start making it happen. Will it be hard for the next 30 days? Yes, but I want to create a discipline in you in some shape or form, okay, because this discipline will spill over to your business life. It'll spill over to your personal life. And before you know, you have habits of discipline and accountability to self. Okay, you got to be hard on yourself. So you're talking about some of the biggest people in the business arena. So you guys heard of Elon Musk, right? The founder of Tesla, CEO of Tesla. He's a hard-nosed CEO, okay? And I say hard nosed, but he leads by example. He wants to change the world, which he's doing. The electric cars are everywhere. Everyone wants a Tesla now, right? You have Steve Jobs, rest in peace. Steve Jobs, right, changed the world with Apple. Okay, look at the technology that's out. Look at the legacy that's continually going. So both of these gentlemen are known to keep their employees super late. 80 hours a week is what is these guys work their employees. But he said what's respectable about them working them, it's not they're working them. You go to work and I'll see you when I come in tomorrow. They're right next to them. They're leading by example. You're working 80 hours, I'm working 80 hours. And this is where Nick gets into team building. Okay, he gets in leading a team as an entrepreneur. Okay, and purely duplication. He says whatever you do, that's what your people are going to do. So them working 80 hours, accountable to their dreams and their goals, right? Because they're entrepreneurs, they want to change the world. They realize if I'm going to change the world, I got to work way more hours than everybody else. I can't be average like everybody else. I can't work a 40-hour shift like everybody else. Because working a 40-hour shift ain't going to make you rich. Working a 40-hour shift, working 40 hours in your business won't get you to make $1 million a month. Working 40 hours a week won't get you to capture that $800,000 a month that our company is offering right now. Okay, to make 10 million a year. To make 10 million a year is going to require another level of elevation. Okay, another level of work ethic that you haven't seen yet, maybe. Okay, it's what you're doing right now is not the level that you need to be at. It's got to be higher and higher every day. Me and my wife, we've been going in this industry now for 7.5 years, and I'll tell you, there's an elevation at every level. There's separation at every level. Okay, you got to work hard. So let's talk about some of the things. I want to give you some goals to make yourself accountable to. That alarm clock is cool. Another one that I'll tell you, even myself, and I would say that I'm very disciplined. Okay, a little bit of my background. Obviously, most people know, born and raised in Compton, California, humble beginnings, and I thank God for allowing me to enlist, first of all, in the military, because I believe that was the starting point of what I call my success track. And when I joined the military, most of you know, my veterans that are on here, what's the first course you got to go through? You got to go through basic training. They got to break you down and rebuild you up. I don't need, we call them rainbows. I don't need you to be a rainbow inside the military. What I mean by that is coming as a civilian, we got to restructure you, okay? We got to give you discipline. We got to give you, this is how we do things. We walk on the same beat. And so when we started in basic training, what's the first thing they do to you, okay? They don't even tell you the rules. I remember the first night we go there, they let you sleep and everything, and then all of a sudden 4 a.m. in the morning, the drill sergeants, they literally scare the crap out of you. They bust in the room. It's almost like they kicked in the door in the dorms. Okay, they're yelling like crazy. Everybody's hopping off their bed. You're disoriented. I'm gonna give you guys the visual. This is the first day of basic training. You're hopping out your bunk. Okay, you don't know what's going on. You got over 10 TIs because you're the brand new group. So all the TIs come to your group and they bust in, yelling, "Get up! Why are you still sleeping?" Blah, blah, blah. They in your face and you're disoriented, and they're going and they're waking you up, and that moment you realize life is about to be different. Okay, so you're either going to continue on, because their whole goal is to break you and restructure you, or break you and send you home, because not everybody will be qualified to stay the course. Now I want you to hear this lesson. Okay, not every I think people think that going into the military, like it's something that you could just do. The military today don't just accept everybody. Air Force doesn't just accept everybody. Okay, you got to meet certain qualifications. You got to have certain discipline. And so there are people that were sent home in basic training that couldn't get with the program, okay, for certain disciplines or accountability to self. So, they come in, bust in, 4 a.m. wake ups. And then what happens? Do it every single day. They do it for a whole week. They bust in the dorm 4 a.m. every single time. And you know what happens? You start having this discipline to be up by 4 a.m. And now you're the first one up. And so that discipline for me, I love it. It started in the military where that boom, 4 a.m., we're up out of the bed and we're out down on the tarmac, doing drills. And then we go to PT. Okay, we run, do our thing, go eat. And now I did that for, I think basic training was about 8 weeks when I started. 8 weeks. And so as you know, to create a habit, okay, it requires you to do it for 21 days. I'll challenge you to do it for 30 days. So if you're a person who is hitting that snooze button every day, I want to challenge you to stop it now, right? Because it's going to spill over to your business, your personal life. Stop hitting the snooze button. Wake up and stop lying to yourself. And I want you to do it for 30 days. It's going to be hard, folks. Okay. Next thing I want you to do. Fitness is a big deal. Listen, even I fall short when I'm in the fitness arena, but it's being so ingrained into my DNA from the military to bodybuilding. It's just a part of me now. And so going to the gym, if you haven't stepped in the gym ever, okay, whether you got to hire a personal trainer or someone to keep you accountable for the next 30 days, hire a personal trainer for the next 30 days, okay? 30 days. And don't get mad at them. They're going to have them if they got to come to your house to wake your butt up, pay them, okay? 30 days. I need you to have them keep you accountable. Or you go get a gym partner, okay? Don't be mad at them. Get a gym partner, and both of y'all don't be hitting the snooze button, okay? And for 30 days, pay that person if they're more accountable than you, and they're going to keep you accountable, pay them for 30 days. I need for 30 days, I'm going to pay you. I need you to come wake me up. If I'm not up at that gym, wake me up. And for 30 days, watch what happens. Okay, I see you, Ashley. Let's go. Okay, you get that accountability. That's what you need. And guess what that does? Spills off to your personal, spills off to your business. And so you always hear me, if you never hop on a treadmill, hop on a treadmill. Watch what, getting fit does to you. Okay, it does give you a level of confidence, first of all, okay, because you're accountable to yourself for this. All right, but it gives you a level that you can achieve whatever you want. And so really what this is, accountability to self versus boss, is the more that you're accountable to yourself, the more confidence that you're going to gain, in doing anything. Okay. First of all, fitness, feel good in front of the room, feel good, period. Okay. Good health. The next thing, you apply that into your business. Well, people see that. They want to follow that. Okay. So when you're a hard driver in your business, maybe you have a team. If your team, you should always be working harder than your team. Your team should see you putting in more personal. Your team should see you working in the field. Your team should see you in front of the room all the time. Your team should see you on Zooms doing 2-on-1s, 1-on-1s, big calls all the time, okay? Because that's a duplication of process. But understand, we all duplicate, and some people get upset. Why is my business not moving? Well, your business is not moving because your team sees that you sleep in all the time. So they say, oh, man, I can't wait to get to that rank because I'm going to get to sleep in all the time. Okay, and then your business stops moving because you started sleeping in at a certain rank. And then you're like, why is it not growing? Because it's duplication. It's energy that you put out. So if you want a fast-moving business, become a fast-moving person. Okay, that's one thing I've always known. Most of you who follow me for 7.5 years now, me and my wife, we have not stopped. We meet the same energy. I was just listening to Leave the Field by Earl Nightingale. I posted that in the group. If you have not listened to that, please, on a long drive or to work, I need you. I need you to listen to this audio because I love where he talked about attitudes and energy. He says when you have energy, people are going to match your energy. Okay, so if you have low energy, people are going to match your low energy. Okay, you're going to attract low energy people. If you have high energy, people are going to match your high energy, or you're going to attract high energy people. So you have to make this a habit. And so, yeah, in Lead the Field, I love that he talked about attitude, which this was powerful because I will tell you, being a pilot, I can talk about attitude in a certain way. So attitude as far as pitch and attitude as far as what you bring out of your mouth. Okay, so your attitude, what is your perspective when things happen in your life? Okay, I want you to create accountability and habits towards that. People will always meet your energy. So if you're a negative person, okay, listen, you got to hear this closely. Because it's so funny because it gets reinforced. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. If you're a negative person, okay, I mean, you're always talking mess, or you always have something negative to say, you don't know that you're doing it, but I need you to understand, and hopefully someone reaches and says, hey, I don't know if you know, and don't get upset if someone finally tells you and say, hey, I don't know if you know, but you've been negative, okay? Maybe some of your posts have been negative. And then you're wondering, why is my business going backwards? Why is my team falling apart? Why is this happening? It's because your accountability is self. What you say, your negativity, whatever that thing may be, your attitude towards situations. So I'm learning today, man, even look, let's husband and wives. Let's talk about this. Yeah, I'll talk about the Webb household. For this season, I love that, 40 years old today, I'll be 41 this year, talking about emotional intelligence, okay? Just because maybe someone, curses you out or says something negative to you or upsets you. Listen, the old me, I'm going to match you. And I'm probably going to go above and beyond you, okay? The old me, okay, the confident me, I'm going to match you. And there's going to be some energy happening. But that's not me anymore, okay? Because that doesn't give you anything, okay? It just gives you negative energy back. You don't accomplish anything that way. What I found, right, you would hear what? They say honey is better than salt. I don't know that's vinegar, right? Honey is better than vinegar. Listen, I have found a way to master this, right? Even in marriage, listen, husband and wives, hear me closely, okay? When you master this, life's going to be great, okay? Sometimes, men, the wife's going to snap back sometimes, and sometimes there's a point where you just say, you know what? I'm not even going there. I love you. It's a hard thing to learn how to do, okay? But when you learn how to give back the positive energy, you change the whole. Do you realize as creators, we have the power to create the energy in the room? Imagine this. If I put you in this scenario right now, okay? Let's say that you snapped at me, okay? Or you snapped at someone and you're upset. And then all of a sudden, I say, I get it. I give you some positive statement. What's going to happen? Do you think you're going to keep on snapping? No. If I tell you I love you or whatever the case may be, say some positive compliment, you're going to be confused at first, okay? Because you were expecting the energy to be matched because that's who we are. You were expecting the confrontation. But this person matches you with positive energy, and what happens? The situation turns positive, okay? You defuse the situation. Imagine being able to do that, So I know I'm talking about energy now, but I'm going to head back to accountability, okay? So being accountable to yourself in this industry and network marketing, I'm talking about negative energy, positive energy, creating habits, and now accountability to self. If you want to win in network marketing, if you want to win in life, you have to learn how to become self-motivated. I know some of you are like, man, I need motivation. And this is good. This is what you call self-motivation. Why? Because you don't have to be on this call. Okay? You can be sleeping right now. You can be barbecuing right now, enjoying the weekend already, not worried about this call at all. I'll get to the next call on Wednesday. Some people made decisions, say, I'll get to the next call on Wednesday. Say it's a holiday. Today is off day for my business, for everything. Okay? Because that's how we've been created. But some of you are going to work through this holiday. Some of you are going to make calls today. Some of you are going to still work your business and grow. Some of you are going to take a day off. That's okay. Nothing wrong with that. It's up to you. What I want to do, okay? I'm going to stay accountable to my goals and my dreams, and my goals and dreams don't take days off. They just keep on going. And when you create that habit, you'll realize when you get to the top, people are going to ask you, how did you do it? And it's going to be simple. I was disciplined. I was self-motivated, and I was accountable to my goals and my dreams. Every day that you choose to take off, every day that you choose to delay, every day that you choose, I'm not calling my today, I'm not doing any presentation today, you are getting comfortable, okay? You're being comfortable being the same. You're being comfortable being average. You are being comfortable just staying right where you're at. See, if you want to make $1 million a month, if you want to make $100,000 a month, shoot. If you want to make $100,000 a year, listen, only 9% of people make $100,000 a year. And it's not by coincidence, folks. They don't just make 100,000. They make 100,000 a year because they work their butts off. Whether they work in the regular workforce, or whether they're doing it in network marketing. Only 9% of people are 100K earners. Okay, meaning they make 100,000 in one given year, and that's them being able to get, be accountable to themselves. Exactly, Robert. Get uncomfortable in a season or for a time to reach their goals. So if that means waking up 2 hours early before everybody else, that means getting somewhere before everybody else gets there. That's how you're going to elevate. But you will not elevate. Listen, you will not elevate being average. You will not elevate sleeping in. You will not elevate trying to ease by. See, the employee mind says, I'm going to do just enough to keep my job. And you get just enough to keep getting paid what you're getting paid. But you'll never get paid more. Because why? You are disrespecting the law of compensation. The law of compensation says you can't be cheated. So that energy is going to be matched. If you put in the work, maybe you're not getting a paycheck now, but at some point you'll get the paycheck. Give me 1 second, folks. Give me 1 second, folks. I have someone on here trying to. All right. I have someone trying to share someone here. If you see it, let me make someone the host real quick. Give me 1 second. If you see someone share something, just remove them from the group. Andre English, I am making you co-host. All right, cool. Okay, so we're gonna bring this home. So with accountability, folks, listen. There's a lot of people who are not accountable around us. Okay, so let's talk. I'm gonna talk about some hard statistics that most people will not talk about, but I'm gonna talk about it. Okay, because accountability is a slippery slope in everything, and I want to make you uncomfortable. Okay, and when I talk about being uncomfortable, okay, you're gonna challenge yourself in this season, because the more that you challenge yourself, the more confidence you're gonna get. Okay, the more authority you're gonna have over yourself, and the better you're gonna feel about yourself when you gain it. Look, Johnny the Cherry, 100K woman right there. Listen, she's talking about night school, 8 years to hit her MBA, worked another 5 years. Come on, y'all. You seeing that? What it takes to make $100,000 a year, okay? Your energy has to change. If you're still operating the same and you think your business is going to grow, it's not. Okay, let me give you what it really takes to become a $100,000 earner, a multiple six-figure earner in network marketing. Because listen, let me give you all the statistics so that you know it's not something that happens to everybody. You may be seeing Chairman pop like crazy, and I am. Okay, they're popping because they're putting the work, but also it's not normal. Okay, so 9% of people make above 100,000 a year. 5% make above 200,000. 1% make above 400,000. Folks, when me and my wife seen that, because we used to always say the percentage, and I'm like, you mean tell me 1% make above 400,000? Because I thought it was going to be in the millions per year. Listen, folks, we just need more people accountable to their finances. Okay, that's all that is. More accountable to their work ethic. But you don't think that's a problem? Let me tell you, okay? Because I have a little rule, okay? How you do one thing is how you do all things. That's true. In America right now, we have an issue. We have a pandemic also, okay? They say overall obesity in America is well over 40%, almost 50%, they say. Okay, that's almost 1 out of 2 people. Okay, we talk about health, and this leads to a lot of things. We can talk about heart disease, high cholesterol, and of course it hit more communities more than others. Okay, and what that is, okay, no one's gonna talk like that. I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna just be honest. Okay, we gotta be accountable to ourselves in everything. So guess what? If we eat wrong, okay, that means we are willing to, and we know that it's wrong. Okay, it's a slippery slope. We're gonna slip it up. Oh, it's gonna be all right. Listen, I'm talking to myself, folks. I have slippery slope. We all have the things that we struggle with, but we have to be accountable to ourselves in those things so that we can get stronger structure. Okay, so the snooze button, your health, your fitness, your business, all of it relates. So most time when you see someone successful, I want you to picture the image. When you see a CEO, what do you envision when you see that top line CEO who's making $1 million a year? They're paid by their employer, but they're entrepreneurs. When you envision them, what do they look like? I want you to go look at some CEOs today. Go look at them. Go look at their work ethics. How long do they work? A CEO is meant to build the business. The CEO is the first one in, the last one leaving. Do you realize that? A CEO is not chilling. A CEO, listen, you know, Kyle Lowe. Let's talk about Kyle Lowe, folks. Kyle Lowe in I Am Master Academy. A good friend. We brought him over to I Am. You know, CEO is right below the CEO here in Christopher Terry. And I'm gonna tell you, Kyle Lowe works a gang of hours. Okay. To tell you the truth, I think he works all day long. He works from the time he wakes up to the time that he goes to sleep in I Am Master Academy as the CEO of this company, right? That means Chief Operating Officer. Okay, and he gets to work from home. So most people are like, I would love to work from home. He's working. He's in meetings back to back, you know, working on back office stuff, working on compensation plan, working on new product launches, working on opening up different markets, everything constantly. So if I told you he makes a lot of money, but he works a lot of hours, that's what it takes. So I need you to understand what it looks like, because sometimes I think that people think when you're a millionaire that life is great. Yes, life is great, but that is easy. It wasn't easy to get there, okay? You work your butt off to get there. You work your butt off to make the money. You delay gratification. So today, let's talk about, there's 10 brand new chairmen that's in this group right now, if not more, if you just apply. We got less than 4 months now, fourth quarter, for you to achieve your goals. And so Anik Singles talked about, you know, when he was going to school, he ended up getting sick for like 2 semesters. That put him back 2 years. And he realized he was going to be late graduating with his class. And he wanted to graduate with everybody else. So he knew he was going to have to be accountable to himself, because he didn't have to do that. He could just graduate late. But he set a goal, I'm graduating with my class. And what he did was go to summer classes. You know, he put extra load onto his regular courses, and he graduated with the rest of his class. And he said that built so much confidence in him that he felt the word impossible didn't exist. Okay, I feel the word impossible does not exist. I can't stand, you know, I'll tell you, Papi, I can't stand when people say I can't do it. Because I believe that all things are possible, because that's what my God says. All things are possible through thou that believe. Okay, belief is the only thing that's required. So I can't stand when people say it can't be done. I don't know. No, it can be done. It always can be done. You just got to believe that it can be done and go do it. Guess what? If you want to make $1 million a month, it can be done. No one's a millionaire family. I'm telling you, it can be done. Don't got the mentorship right now? It's okay. You can find the mentorship. It can be done. You've never made $100,000 per year and you don't know where to go? It can be done. But the first level is accountability to yourself. And if you got that, it's game over. So here's my challenge, like I said earlier, that snooze button. Next 30 days, I want you to create a habit, okay? Let's start our New Year's early. Let's start our New Year's 4 months early, okay? Everybody in January, they're going to set goals, okay? We're going to set goals right now. Everybody's going to set their goals. I want to make more money, okay? Let's go and set the goals right now. I want to make more money. Okay. The second one is I want to get fit. Okay. They're going to say that. Okay. I want to take my family on some type of trip. Okay. They're going to say all these goals. And then 2 weeks later, they're going to be gone. Right now, I'm challenging everybody on this call. Go ahead and set your goals today if you haven't already set them. Go on chairman by December 31st. Okay. Trust me, there's going to be a celebration for those chairmen. If you are a chairman by December 31st, I promise you with that wave, there's going to be a celebration and it's not going to stop. And I don't want you to miss the wave. Okay, because when that wave happens, it's not going to stop. Okay, there's going to be some movement happening, and we're going to stay in momentum that entire time. And so right now, okay, I want you to challenge yourself. No days off. Listen, there's people taking days off. That's not who I'm rocking with. Okay, the crew that I'm rocking with from this moment, no days off. Okay, you said you're serious about going chairman. You said you're serious about making $100,000 a year. You said you're serious about becoming a millionaire. Right now, no days off. I want to work with you. If that's you, every single day, like we're working today, we're working tomorrow, we're working all week, we're working to December 31st because we got some goals to achieve. We're trying to put 10,000 sales in the system. And if we're rocking that, that's what I'm with. That's the energy I want to match. And that's where you're going to see Wanda and I doing in this season right here. And so I want you to create the habit starting today over the next list. I'm only asking for the fourth quarter. Okay, I'm only asking for a full court press for the last quarter. If we can do a full court press for the last fourth quarter, we're going to crush 10 chairmen and more. We're going to crush six-figure earners and more by December 31st. But I need you to have an insane work ethic right now. And if you're with me, I want you to drop a 777 in the chat for those who are sick. Don't give me the finger service or I'm going to do it. I want real commitment for the next 4 months. We're going hard, no days off, extreme hours, working up early, waking up early, going to bed late, putting it on our calendars. Okay, we're gonna do some accountability calls, folks, because I know accountability is everything. If I allow you, okay, not to be accountable to yourself, first of all, I'm being a bad boss to my business, okay? But I'm not your boss, okay? I'm your business partner. But I'm gonna be your accountability partner. But at the same time, I'm not your boss, okay? There's a difference. Your accountability partner says, hey, I make a call to you, hey, how you doing? What's your schedule look like? Okay? You get upset with me, that's the last call you're gonna have for me. I'm gonna go to the next person. I want you to hear that. I'm not going to force you to do it. Okay, that's how I operate because my energy stays the same. My energy is not going to be torn down by trying to motivate you every single day. Hey, what you got doing? No. Okay, I want you to seek it. No days off. You love your business. You want to go hard. You want to make the money, and I'm telling you what it takes. 7.5 years, I will tell you, me and Wanda truly. Okay, yeah, we haven't really had days off like that. When we do, it's fun. Las Vegas was awesome. Okay, but for the next 4 months, we're grinding. I'm only talking to those who want to make 6 figures or more residually. That's all. I'm not talking to people who just want to make $500 a month. Okay, you can make $500 a month and you don't have to be accountable. That's easy. Okay, you probably can even skip to 1,000 or 2,000. Okay, but to make 5,000 and beyond, okay, because that's the separation. I'm gonna let you know right now. You want to know where the separation point is? Okay, when you go P5,000, it's like you're definitely going Chairman 10. Okay, because it took you some time to get to P5,000. But I'll tell you, Chairman 2,000, don't get stuck there. Okay, that's a dividing point. Yeah, I have a lot of Platinum 2,000 on my team. A lot. It's a sweet spot. You're making $24,000 residually per year. That's a lot of extra income, especially if you're still working a job. Most people get comfortable right there and they don't even know how they're stuck. They're stuck because they have now stepped off the gas of their business, whether they know it or not. Their intensity hasn't increased. Listen, your intensity is going to increase at every rank. It's not going to go backwards. So at Platinum 600, your intensity, if it's high, keep it high. At Platinum 2,000, your intensity should be more than a Platinum 600. At Platinum 5,000, your intensity should be more than a 2,600. At Chairman 10, your intensity should be more than your 5,000 and below. Okay, at Chairman 25, I hope my intensity is higher than everybody on this call. Okay, Chairman 50, my intensity is going to go higher. Chairman 100, you see Dr. Jewel? Oh my, she is not playing. Okay, her intensity, and she's a pastor. Okay, she's a real estate mogul. She's gentrifying neighborhoods. Okay, she's operating other businesses. She's running IM. You said Chairman 100 going for Chairman 250. She's doing accountability call. I like that leadership. Okay, that's leadership by doing, by showing, not leadership by talking. Okay, I hope that I never convey that I give you leadership by talking because that's not how this works. It's always leadership by doing. That's how we're going to create our legacy in this time. So let's get our accountability up. Let's go for our dreams. Let's go for our goals. 10 chairmen by December 31st. Let's max the energy and more. Let's attract what we want to attract in our business. Let's literally get rid of all negativity. I don't care what's going on in your world right now. You have a choice to be positive every single day. I'm going to tell you, folks, when I get upset, I realize I'm messing my day. I'm not messing up my days. Okay? I ain't letting nobody get in the way of my dreams. I'm not letting nobody upset me. I choose to be happy. I choose to be positive every single day because I got a legacy to leave. And in everything that we do, let's continually leave our legacy. Let's go. Peace. It's chairman time, baby. Let's go. Come on. Come on. Let's go. We going chairman. Who going chairman?
Let's go.
Let's go.
Thanks, Randy.
Great morning, all. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
No days off.
Let's go. Sharon Woman Sakina, let's
December
go.
30th. Let's go.
Let's go.
Oh.
Chairman Stewart, let's go. Chairman Cherry, Johnny the Cherry, let's go. Chairman Chuck, let's go. Chairman Demeter, let's go. Chairman Gail, let's go. Chairman Mike, let's go. It's time. Chairman Nico and Yannette, let's go.
Let's go.
Returns being made, let's go. Come on. Chairman Lori McDonald's, let's go.
All right, y'all. It's time to get to work. What y'all still doing on this call? Let's go. Zoom meeting, baby.
There's a meeting about to happen here. So let's go. That is our time. You know, hey, this album right here is lit. So it's called, let me go and share with you.
Spotify.
Hey.
Okay, So Sir Trilly, it all makes sense. Go ahead and download the album. Keep it in your ears. Let's go. That's our call, folks. You guys have a wonderful Labor Day. Let's keep the intensity up. No days off to December 31st. Peace.
Thanks, Randy.
Thank you.